allowed the two
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary political, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary political, oh, yo yo.
Hello there. Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. It's good to see you all again, and to everyone joining. As somebody suggested, before you settle down into the video, you can give that thumb up under the video. Okay, it's going to be an interesting one again tonight, and if you have the time to spend with me, please relax, sit back and relax and enjoy this conversation, because at some point the line will be opened for everyone to make their own contribution as well. We are only going to be on YouTube, at least for now. And that is why I've been asking everyone who has been following Maiyegun's Diary Political on Facebook to try and subscribe to Maiyegun's Diary Political on YouTube. Facebook is unreliable. And right here, to some extent, we are pretty good. Thank you very much for joining me once again. I've got bad news, I've got good news, and I've got a lot to share with you where we can actually reflect and possibly win more hearts towards saving the lives of those who are still trapped in that one Nigeria contraption. Share the video. To share the video, it's just the same process. Go under this video, you will see the like button, you will see the share button, and you can click on that and you can share everywhere and tell them Maiyegun is live. We have seen the attack in the attack on the people of Igogon. And over 50 people reportedly killed, attacked, and properties burnt and destroyed. You've also heard about the Iraye attack. Maybe you have not heard much about that. I'm going to share that with you tonight, okay? The situation is so bad that everybody is now kind of calling for a conversation about should Nigeria still be the same country or should everybody just walk their way? Many people are beginning to come to this reality, and that is the destination. And that is why you are watching Maiyegun's Diary Political. Why should Nigeria break up? Why is it so difficult for them to have that conversation around this united Nigeria? Why is it that the conversation that will actually determine if the people of Nigeria are united or they want to be united, that conversation is never to be had? They continue to avoid it. And I do tell people, look at me very well. I am not the most intelligent person you come across politically. I am not the most talented of them. I'm actually not the person who actually know the best of this, okay? But on Maiyegun's Diary, there's something that stands me out. And that thing is that wherever I know, I read critically on them, study them enough to make logical discussion about them and bring them over here, whereby when I present them to you, wherever you make of them is completely yours. No coercion, no forcefulness, everything, no forcefulness, everything is at your own will. So watching my video right now is at your own will, is you chose to, okay? And therefore, whatever you make out of it is also your own to deal with. However, we have then come around to build a community on Maiyegun's Diary Political, whereby, when Maiyegun presents, people understand what exactly we are talking about. Or when Maiyegun uses narratives that might make you feel uncomfortable on Maiyegun's Diary Political, you are not meant to be comfortable. There are things called the comfortable, truth. I don't know about that. There's something called uncomfortable truth. I don't know about that. I just know that truth is, is truth. It doesn't matter what you give to it, what coloration or what meaning you give to it. If this is what it is, say it exactly what it is and let posterity judge it. So if you get offended by any chance, it is also by your own wish. If whatever I say or do make you feel kind of, offended, if you are lucky and I say sorry to you, it is simply because that comes with my sentence or my statement. It is not really genuine that I apologize to you that because I am talking about the problem, talking about those who created the problem, talking about, at the same time providing solution, most of them not possibly comfortable with you. And let's put it this way. I am somebody who wants to talk about, we know, you and I know all the problem. So I want to talk about it. So there's nothing new I'm going to tell you that you haven't heard about Nigeria. No. Right? But what makes me go further is that I want to mention the names of those who brought about the problem so that you will not be defending criminals thinking what they are doing is fighting for you. You get what I mean now? Because that's what they say. Whatever they do for you, it is like they are helping you. Are you with me? And therefore, you defending them, thinking they are actually working for you, not knowing that they are actually the saboteurs who are in charge of your misfortune. So we talk about the problem. I want to talk about the people who brought about the problem. And when I begin to mention the people who talk about the problem, right, then you want to begin, some of you want to identify with them, whereby, oh, he's a Yoruba man. Oh, I don't like the way you talk about him. Can't you just talk better? He's a Yoruba man now. I have been there. Okay, I have passed that level. Why do you always talk about this person? Is it because he's an Igbo man? I have also passed that level. Oh, you are talking about him. Is it because he's a Muslim? I've also passed that level. Now, you want to talk about the problem. Many people want to talk about the problem because they know the problem. They can tell you about Nigeria problem for days. But not everybody is comfortable mentioning the names of the culprits that brought about the problem. Not many people are comfortable mentioning the religion of the criminals who brought about the problem. Not many are comfortable mentioning the tribe of where these criminals come from when they are talking about Nigeria problem. In the process, they will say, let us all just unite. But Maiyegun doesn't belong to the category of a unity beggar. When you know a problem and you know those who brought about the problem, then you find out that your person from your own clan, your brother from your church, from your mosque, your father, your this, your mother, your everybody from your village, from everywhere, they have all participated in keeping Nigeria as it is today, to what it has become today. Boko Haram only came to expose everything for everybody so that you can see the hypocrisy of everybody. Now they have nothing to defend Nigeria with anymore. When you meet those who have been the representatives, the Ajele in Yoruba land politically, when you meet them and say, tell us one reason why we should still be part of Nigeria, they will tell you, you know, God wants us to be together. No other reason, just God. Or let us just be united. Why can't we just resolve our problem? Okay, fine. We want to resolve our problem. The people who created the problem will never be part of the problem. I mean, the solution. They should never be part of the solution. But in Nigeria, now that we have been identifying the criminals who created the problem, we began demystifying them from their tribal base and everywhere. We started demystifying them. We started demystifying the mind of the people who have been also stuck on using religion. These charlatans, these criminals, using religion to keep people under the perpetuity of a one Nigeria, using God. We have also used this platform to separate God from Nigeria God. Nigeria God is a man, Nigerian God is a creation of the criminals who are benefiting from the rot. These are the people that want you to hope and pray. They say pray. You have to pray hard. When you go to their seminar, they will be praying for Nigeria. And guess what? What are their prayer points in their churches? When they are praying for Nigeria? God, we want you to bring an end to Boko Haram. Let us pray to God to bring an end to armed robbery. Let us pray to God to bring an end to corruption. Let us pray to God to bring an end to bad leadership. So they attach God to what men can do. They attach God to what you and I can go out there and demand for and make happen. But for so long, because they attach God to it, it became so hard to convince an average Nigerian, somebody who claimed to be a Nigerian, and it is so hard to then convince him that they are manipulating him, using God as the omnipotent, omni-knowest, omni-everything. God, who is of the universe, right? They will begin to use that God to say, if a politician failed to build road, some evil spirits or greed or selfishness, something may be making him to fail to build the road, right? So if you pray hard, God can change his heart and make him build road. So they make this look like, when you now say, but why should God make him build road? Why can't we just get rid of him and then get somebody who can build road? No, it's not that easy like that. You don't know how many forces, do you know how many powers that make up a policy? All that nonsense. So when you now begin to tell them that, no, don't bring God into it. God no get religion. That you are a Christian, no, that you are a Muslim, no, that you are whatever you are or whoever you are, listen, God no get religion. Then they will take offense. No, Maiyegun, I understand what you are saying, but don't use like whatever. I just use whatever now, whatever you are. They will pick offense in that. And you see, every other thing I've been saying will no longer matter to them. So it took me a longer time on Maiyegun's Diary Political today for my friends, my genuine friends, by the way, my genuine friends to understand that when I am talking, because this is political page, when I am talking about the criminals who brought about the problems, I want to mention their names. I want to mention every trick they have used on you, including religion. They've used it on you. They've used it on me. They are still using it. But every day, we are demystifying that. So you don't pick offense when you're on a political page, when you are not on David Olidove ministry page. This is political page. I'm talking about criminals who are also Alaji. They are Alajas. They are Deacons. They are pastors. They are also, donor in your churches. They are Christians. They are Muslims. They are Babalawo, Mamalawo, and the rest of them. So when I want to mention their name, I also want to tell you why it's been so difficult for you to be able to understand them. And when I mention that, I also want to mention their collaborators. The collaborators who are the prophesiers, those who see vision, those who see vision this, vision that, those who tell you what God told them. We begin to link them up. That began making sense to people that, Maiyegun, that make a lot of sense. So if you come to my page, if you come to Maiyegun's Diary Political, and you just bump into the conversation, and you see Maiyegun is talking about these fake pastors. Don't take offense. You are a Christian. Of course, I've got Christian friends. Maybe that's not enough, Abi. I respect you as a Christian. My friends understand that. Oh, you are a Muslim. Great. I understand. I mean, I respect that. And my friends who are Muslims, they understand. But you see, when I'm talking about those who are shouting Allahu Akbar to cut people's head off, when I'm talking about what they are doing, and those who are defending them, those who are using taqiyya to deceive you because they are Alaji, they are Sheikh, they are Imam, they can read Quran, they can speak Arabic, they know all this and this and all of that, then you begin to take offense. That is you, one way or the other, attached to them beyond what you think you are. When I speak about fake pastors that goes into government houses, that prays for politicians to win elections, and tell you what God told them about them, and when the politicians come to work and fail, the same men of God will say, don't say anything. No, it is because you didn't pray very well. It is your fault. Shebi, I only told you what God told me. So they push it back to you. But somebody like me will tell you that that is a fraud. When somebody says, this is what will happen next year, because God told me it's going to be, because he is a man of God. If I tell you that God tell me now that something will happen next year, half of you will not believe me. If 90%, if not 90% of you, you will not believe me. You think, well, Maiyegun is just joking, Jare. Because why? I am not Reverend Maiyegun. I am not Pastor Maiyegun. You are not here in Maiyegun Deliverance Ministry. So you will take it as a joke. But if I am a reverend right now, and I'm very good in all the Bible verses, I am very, you know what I mean? I'm very good in them. Then I'm like, okay, started telling you that this and that, and I can link them up to you using your faith, because I know that you believe so much in the word of God. And because you believe so much in the word of God, I can manipulate you, but without you knowing. That's what they have done. And that is where I disagree. When I'm mentioning those people, I want to mention their names. I want to mention their churches. I want to mention what they have said. And you can then prove me wrong if I tell lie. Don't tell me God will punish me because you think your religion is being attacked. How does that make you? What I'm doing is that I am trying to save you from that, your faith. You know why? Your faith is so strong that you believe so much in God. Some of us don't believe in God, but that doesn't mean that we disrespect you who strongly believe in your faith, right? But you see, those charlatans, they know how strong you believe. So they feed you with the right words, they feed you with the wrong ones, then they manipulate you and they tell you, if you challenge me, you are challenging God, and God can destroy your life for challenging me. I disagree with that. I do. I disagree with that. I can disagree with you. Who the hell are you? Man of God or woman of what? You can disagree with me. Who the hell am I? We disagree. They said we disagree to agree, whatever that means. I shall not say we can disagree. But if you disagree with me or I disagree with you, why then should God punish you? Or why should God punish me for you? Why should God punish you for me? Simply because we disagree that, no, I don't agree with that. In fact, you are lying. That is where the manipulation comes in. And some people don't agree. And I said, okay, fine. But you will not use your fake threats of religion, because that's exactly what the politicians who have managed to continue to tell you that it is wrong to demand for the right thing. They tell you that God is the one that chooses leaders. So many of you, my friends, Christians, Muslims, some people will disagree with my theory that I'm about to tell you now. They will disagree with me. Right? You know, we have these two theories, right? Number one, that I can't prove that there is no God doesn't mean that there is no God. That you can prove that there is God doesn't change the mind of person who doesn't believe there is no God. But one way or the other, everybody will meet his own moment. A moment of liberation that will let you worry less about what you shouldn't worry about, and worry more or care more or act more on things that you can actually undo. Are you with me now? So when somebody says, for example, I have been told that your next president is going to be blah, he is about to manipulate you. Because there are processes that should prop up a credible person that can be a president of a country, not a miracle, not an appointment. And I said, listen, if God is the one appointing leaders for the people, and they call you a child of God, they call me, I'm supposed to be a child of God. Okay? You are faithful, okay? You are so faithful to God. And I respect you for that. God bless you for that, by the way, okay? But when a man of God tells you, or you go to the mosque to pray, and your mullah or sheikh or chief imam is reading from the Quran, and he says, God, Allah, is the one that gives leadership to whom he ever chooses, that is fraudulent. Leadership that they are talking about in the Quran, they are leadership of people saying, you know, people will just try to say, we are tired of the other villagers killing us. We are going to fight them and stop them from killing us or stealing out from our farm. Then that person will just assemble an army. They will go and defeat them. It was then survivor. Died out. Then somebody says that you are a child of God. I am a child of God. We are children of God, Abi. Therefore, God loves us. And how can God, who loves his own children, begin to give you bad, terrible human beings as leaders? How does that correlate? Then they change the manipulation to, it is because of our sins. What did I do? You don't know, every day we sin. That's manipulation. Politicians who fail at their own job, they use that manipulation of, maybe God just want to punish you for being a sinner. What did I do that will stop a government from recruiting and training security personnel to protect me, my household, my community from invading terrorists? Why? Waiting be my sin that God refused to give brain or choose to punish me. That's manipulation. They said pray. You prayed. They said fast and pray. People are fasting and praying. Poverty continues to increase because politicians continue to destroy the economy. Then I said, don't bring God into it. You are manipulating the people. Tell them the truth. When dollar is now 500 to a naira, when naira is now 500 to a dollar, or 700 to a pound, what are you going to buy with that? When the pump price of petrol is probably going to go up to over 200 naira very soon, what are you going to do with that? A country that cannot produce, or let me say a country that cannot generate and distribute 10,000 megawatt electricity conveniently can never build an economy. It is all a charade. So when people are poorer and you blame it on evil spirits, that is manipulation. That I cannot prove it to you that there is no evil spirit or there is evil spirit doesn't really mean that give credence to your manipulation. What is their sin? What will be the sin of the people? When in that same context, they are telling us that Jesus Christ paid all our debts on the sin. Contradictory. And I'm talking about these manipulators. You see, if they tell us that for our salvation, life after. Are you with me now? That we need to be good to our neighbor and all of that. That is moral teachings, right? Which is great. It makes you a good neighbor, good person, good father, good husband, being morally upright. I love that. Okay? Religion or no religion, you should do your best to be morally, to some standards, to be morally right. So if they stick to that, fine. But when people who are victims of a destroyed country, destroyed economy, corrupt, rigged system, when these victims are being told that there is going to be a supreme being without any proof, to at least show it to us that this can stop, it won't stop, then that becomes manipulative. That is now like infringing on my own mental health as well. Do you know why? Because that is why people can be so mad. They can't think straight. Because people manipulating them are too many everywhere. Telling them different things that are not real. Evil spirit pursuing you. I was telling my friends this afternoon, I said, Baba, do you know that if you are locked up in a dark room, and you are locked up in there for a day or two, at first you won't see anything. Dark room, no light, no nothing, no shade, no flash, no nothing, just in the dark. If they leave you there for 2 days, at first you won't see anything, but gradually, one of my friends said there is the retina of the eye. It will begin to form shape. You begin to form little circle, and that darkness that you are in, you will begin to form image. You can build image of an animal. You can build image of a man with white bearded hair. If you stare too long in the dark, when you see nothing, you will begin to hallucinate. You begin to see images, flashing images. Later, it won't be flashy. It will be a real build one that will be talking to you. At that point, you are in another realm, right? That image you will build in your brain, in your head, that is standing before you, can be an animal that is speaking any language. That is exactly what they have done to Nigerians. They left them deliberately in the dark. So all the fake pastors, fake spiritualists, babalawos, fake afad, fake this and that, they started talking about Alijonu, which I want to believe exists in the dark ages. But fine. Not that they don't, but when you have problem of a country that is generating darkness instead of electricity, what do you expect? When you stay in that darkness for too long, you will begin to hallucinate. And when you listen to people who knows that you're already hallucinating, they will say, do you see anything? When you sleep, do you see image? Somebody trying to, all of that, to try to kill you, some image like that. You say, yes, I have this bad dream. I say, okay, now your mama, young wife, and he won't kill you, and all of that stuff. Because you have lived in the darkness for so long that it is so easy for you to have make up things in your head that are already now living before you, only you. And when you see the manipulators, they just confirm them. They've confirmed your confusion. They'll say, that thing about, I was saying something about other manipulations they have used in the past. when you have a country where the highest number of able-bodied youth are unemployed, the country with the highest number of unemployed people in the whole world, that is Nigeria. The poverty capital of the world, that is Nigeria. So people live in that darkness. They have become so much fixated to it. They began making up things to create their own reality, because charlatans like that continue to tell them that somebody is behind them, somebody is after them. I used to live like that too. If you are not living in Nigeria, if you are living outside Nigeria, I am not saying that your spirituality is wrong. I'm not saying it. But don't divert. Don't let them continue to divert your situation or continue to manipulate your situation. Manipulating to continue to manipulate your spirituality because of your situation. Are you with me? If you're having a financial problem, look around you. You can tell why you are having financial problem. If your outgoings are more than your income, you will have financial problem. If you're running into debt, every time you are working, everything, but still you're not making enough, check your outgoings, check what you spend money on. When you begin to review them, you will realize that, yes, you have a good job, but in the same process, your job can only take care of you. But as a Nigerian, they are putting pressure on you. You need to build houses. You need to start building that family house. Family members need to do this. Then your income becomes so inadequate. You start seeing yourself as a failure. I've been living in the UK for 10 years. I don't even get one house. One small boy, we just entered UK for 2 years. He don't build like 6 houses. And inside this UK, and I know what the boy is doing. So when you start putting yourself under that pressure, then you begin to listen to people who says, now some people, they do you. Now, when you then begin to believe that some people are doing you, then you begin to fixate yourself in that darkness. You are living abroad for goodness sake. If the person where they do you, if you get visa, ain't go there abroad, they do people where they Nigeria. It won't do Nigeria, they do person where they abroad. A lot of things that they can manipulate. They know you are spiritual. They know you believe so much in God. They know you will believe anything if they say it's from God. And somehow, when something happens to you, you quickly relate it to them. Oh, I have been warned. Somebody told me I should be careful. All these manipulations are what they drag into politics too. And that is where I have problem. So when I talk about spirituality, when I talk about these things, I may not have proof to you that they are this or that. You have it. You know it. But some people are manipulating you for that. And I'm calling your attention to it. So when I talk about them, whether they are Christians or whether they are Muslims or whether they are this or that, I am not talking about you and your religion. Maybe some of those things I will be talking about are things you have believed in so much. Things that keep your faith so strong. Maybe you should begin to read more. Or begin to question what they have told you that gave you that strong faith. Then you realize that they will drag you to that level and make you get angry, because I'm talking about those other things, those people who drag you into it, other things they have dragged other people into, that is now going to cause the calamity or causing the genocide that Boko Haram is sponsoring in Nigeria. When I begin to mention them and what they have done, what they have said to you, now do you see how you somehow become offended? Because according to you, it's like I'm trying to say there's no this, there's no spirituality, there is no Holy Spirit, or there is no God, there's no that. Because those who use the same thing that you believe in, they are still in business because they know you believe in those things and they can continue to use them to politically manipulate you. And there are consequences for that. And I'm not going to leave it to God. Because according to you, you have to leave it to God. Now, if you believe that, even if those criminals, those pastorpreneurs, even if you think God will judge them according to your own belief, maybe we should just do it this way. Let God judge me about the truth I'm sharing on them. How about that? Why not? Why can't you just try and not work yourself out? There will be consequences for everything they are doing. The consequences that I know of, by the way, Jimmy Toriola, Thank you very much. I just seen your super sticker there. I'm going to the next phase of this broadcast. Same thing to nobody. I know nobody, by the way, but it's a nobody. It's a nobody on YouTube. I know nobody. Thank you very much. So I have Jimmy, and I think I also have Fiona. Oh, sorry, Elena. You are an honest person, Maiyegun. I wish others tell the truth like you do. Thank you for the good work. Thank you very much, Elena. That's a good one. I like that. I also got one from Saeed Oladapo. Thank you very much for your super sticker too. And thanks for watching, by the way. Remember, give me that thumb up if you are enjoying the chat. Give me that thumb up under this video, okay? I have another 25 minutes to finish with my own rant. I decided to use this opportunity of my first 35 minutes of this broadcast to tell you that on Maiyegun's Diary Political, of course, I am likely going to offend you, or what I'd say may likely offend you, but you need to be very smart with it, because at the end of the day, you will realize that I'm actually not talking about you. I'm talking about those who have used that same affiliation because you are a Yoruba man, because you are an Igbo man, because you are a Fulani man, because you are an Hausa man, Ijaw man, Ishekiri man, Yoruba man. So because you are like them, or you are from where they come from, because you are a Christian, because you are a Muslim, or because you want to call yourself a Northerner, or you want to call yourself a Southerner, you see, when you pay attention very well, you will realize that I may say things that make you feel uncomfortable, but you are only getting uncomfortable because I am talking about people that you have some affiliation with. You are connected to them. You don't know them, but naturally or psychologically, when I talk about pastors, some people get triggered. Oh, he's going to attack Christian. Why are you always talking about pastors? Because according to him, I'm going to be attacking the pastors. I should leave them to God to judge. And I said, brothers and sisters, my brothers and sisters in the Lord, you have to leave me to God to judge me. Okay? Since you believe that we should, whatever your pastor did and the consequences that comes with that, whatever your spiritual this and that did, and the consequences that comes with that, all of us should keep short and leave them to God to punish them. So I'm saying it to you now. Don't be offended. Keep short and let God judge me. If it is wrong to expose charlatans, pastorpreneurs, criminals, manipulators, bunch of religious jobbers, okay, who are actually working with the political jobbers, the opportunists, the scavengers, the scroungers, the pickpockets, the genocidists like Boko Haram. They tell you God appoints leader. God doesn't give you leader. That's what I'm telling you. You see, it is manipulative. They say the voice of God. They say the voice of the people is the voice of God. Abi, it means what God. I mean, even Jesus. So I remember that one. Jesus said, "Wherever 2 or 3 people gathered in my name, and they call in the name of the Father, He is present there." Which means, waiting you all gather, talk, you will be able to bind whatever you bind on earth. They will help you bind them in heaven. Whatever you disagree with on earth, they will disagree with in heaven. Whatever protest you organize on earth, they will organize the protest in heaven. If you bring down a tyranny, they will help you bring tyranny down in heaven. All you need to do is just to gather. So which means now they choose criminals, no be God. So you cannot be choosing criminals, defending thieves, defending criminals, and then expect a country to be fixed by God that you did not elect. So when you now say, no, God is not the one electing, God is not the one choosing leader. No, Maiyegun. See, I agree with you. I agree with you, everything you have said, all this why. See, this is this and that, but don't ever say that. God, you are blaspheming. I have told people many times that the fact that you are in that state of that lunacy, and I'm trying to bring you out, and you are managing to come out, And all of a sudden, I've said something now, and suddenly something does spark for your head, like immediately. No. Maiyegun, let me explain to you. Maiyegun, listen. God is the Ogbeni Kokowere Sigbo. God is what? God is what? So now, so God ate you rich, that only criminals, only killers, that you have been able to get as leaders. Is it because you are not praying enough? Because people need to get closer to God. I have been hearing getting closer to God since I was about maybe 6 months old. We all need to get closer to God. We must all try and get closer to God. God is the one. We need to get. I grew up. Every street you will turn to in Nigeria, you will see 2-3 churches there. People are turning to God. But yet, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm telling you right now, that no be God they give you leader. God doesn't give you any leader. You have the capacity to think. You have the capacity to reason. You have the capacity to tell people not to sell their vote and mean it. You have the capacity to stop criminals who are in power. But no, you don't want to do it because God can do everything. Then you become offended when I tell you that no, God will not do everything. In fact, telling you that God can do anything, but he will not do everything, is just like me trying to make you feel good so that you don't feel too offended about God. Why would you feel offended about what God can do and cannot do? What can you do? Yes, nothing. We are pencil in the hand of the creator. Pencil. No, biro ni or eraser ni. Don't let people walk you up. Don't walk yourself too much on things that they have used to limit your thinking capacity. Don't let your children fall under the same anointing as you, under that same foolish, slavish anointing as you want to call it. Your children must not fall under that, oh. Because you have to let your children be able to separate their faith and governance. You don't tell your children that after they collect 1,000, 2,000 naira to vote in an election, or they collect 5,000, 10,000 naira to carry guns for politicians to steal ballot boxes, then God will then change the mind of lunatic who gave them guns, who gave them money. That is manipulative. And I'm talking to you. If you are an evangelist, if you are a pastor, if you are a chief imam somewhere, or if you are anything at all, stop threatening people with what God will do to them, because they are telling you that don't use God to manipulate people. Separate them. Pray if you have to pray. Pray when you can pray. Get closer to God. We are not praying enough. We are getting closer to sin. Because it is all lies. Getting to God is just a business for them. Nobody is bringing you to God to teach you any morality in Nigeria. Not many of them anyway. Everybody is looking for what they can get from you. Bring them to God. Bring them to God. See Nigeria. Nigeria, godly country. They have so much to do with religion that we began. The only good thing that we have exported out of Nigeria is religion. Go everywhere. 170 countries. We have branches. Let somebody shout hallelujah. Or is it 100 branches in 100 countries? Go over there. We are flourishing. The ministry is expanding. We are winning souls for God. But back home, even Baba Gio cannot say he's in Nigeria because of Malamu law. And that is the consequences. That's part of the consequences we are talking about. The consequences affect everybody, and you cannot hide under that fake God. And that is why you should separate your religion from that governance, and my message, it will become clearer to you. It will make sense to you, honestly. Ask some of my friends, they will tell you. It will make sense to you. You should not let them give Boko Haram the war he wants. They are using, as we are watching this video right now, Muriki. You know that guy, Komurik, is busy right now trying to fan the ember of religious division in Yoruba land. And Yorubas should move to stop him now. And when I say stop him, I'm not saying violently, because I don't believe in violence anyway. All those who are giving him that platform to say all that rubbish, they should begin to distance themselves from him. He is the future Shekau in Oduduwa Republic. A future Shekau that we need to deal with in Oduduwa Republic. You know why? Yorubas will live with anyone as long as you respect yourself and you respect them. You respect us and you respect yourself. When you begin to bring foreign ideas to us, Yorubas will resist. And that's exactly what happened in Sagamu. As you are watching this video, we have received the report that this is the bad. This is, I told you earlier, I said I have good news, I have bad news. Kathy, thank you very much. I got your super sticker there, and I'm glad I didn't miss it because I almost missed that. And if I, see if I missed your super sticker or super chat, please, it's not intentional. I will always pick them up when I see them. Okay, thank you. Now, Kathy, your super chat. Religious politics has destroyed lives and souls beyond the imaginable. God bless you, Maiyegun General. You have spoken beyond. Thank you very much for following. Those are the Maiyegun's Diary disciples of the Temple of Truth. Who knows it better? We have new friends on Maiyegun's Diary who joined us in the last 1 week. We have about 700 of our new subscribers on Maiyegun's Diary Political. It doesn't mean that they are just seeing Maiyegun for the first time. However, we have new people who just joined us in the last 1 week. So thank you. They are those, this revision episode really means very much importance too. So I'm glad that Kathy is following. We are trying to separate religious manipulation in that contraption called Nigeria so that we can be able to focus the mind of the people on what is right without anybody using God or religion to distract them to continue to hope on a failed country. So Nigeria is a failed country, and therefore we will not let anybody use religion, hallelujah this or hallelujah that, to distract the people and tell them that God is telling them this or that. If any pastor is not telling you that God is going to break up Nigeria, he's a fraudulent pastor, he's a fake pastor, and it's a matter of time before we will expose them enough. And yes, until we have the number of those that will no longer be distracted by religion, that will no longer be offended by religion, that will be much accommodating enough to know that God, that all of us say the God no get religion. If you meet our Christian, they will say we have one God. If you meet the Muslim, they say we have one God. If you meet the Hindus, they will tell you we have one God. If you meet all the traditionalists anywhere in the whole world, they will tell you we have one God. But we have different sources to reach to that God. So everybody believes that there is also there's always an intermediary, that through this person or through this means you can reach the God. So at the end of the day, you realize that God no get religion. But why would you be offended? Once you can see that, and you can see the political religious manipulation of these criminals, and once you can see beyond that, the likes of Adeboye, the likes of Oyedepo, the likes of all these other people there, right, who are still pretty much going to tell you to pray for Nigeria, until they all come out and use their platform to tell their people that Nigeria is done for. All of you, all of us, they should use their platform to tell the people the truth. Nigeria is done for. There's no country to fix. You can't fix this one. Nothing can fix it. It's a keg of a gunpowder. Prevent the war. Don't give Boko Haram the war he wants. Let the South unite. Use all your 170 branches all over the world and mobilize for the breakup of Nigeria. Do that. And yes, and see if God will not be happy with you. So if you see any of them still telling you to pray to God this and that, they are fraudsters. Tunde Bakari is one of them. They are all fraudsters, bunch of rogues and criminals, opportunists who can always play on your emotional and religious what have you to manipulate you in the name of God, in the name of God, in the name of God. Now everybody is now running away. Baba Gio will be telling you that he's now tweeting from Singapore. He's tweeting from Korea. He's tweeting from their branch in the UK because he's running away from the consequences of the manipulation they have put together, the Nigeria. That's the result, and no prayer. So don't let anybody come later, because when people finally push this and everything can't work, they will begin to say, and Boko Haram is gone, because Boko Haram will be gone very soon. Maybe that's another good news I should tell you tonight. You see all this madness going on, Boko Haram will be gone very soon. You see all of them, they will be gone very soon. They will run away. But when they run away, they will not be replaced by another weary and another set of wearies that will be shouting one Nigeria, one Nigeria. There will be no one Nigeria, even when Boko Haram is gone, because Boko Haram will be gone very soon. So we need them to use their platform to do that. Guess what? That's the best thing to do. Save lives. So once we do all the demystification, then you will realize that even God will be happy with us. Because they say the voice of the people is the voice of God. My voice, your voice, the voice of almost 2,000 of us on YouTube right here. Our voices as one will be voice of God. We need just more. 2 million people in Oduduwa Republic. 2 million people from Biafra land. 2 million people from the Middle Belt part of it. Let everybody team up and call themselves the Southern Nigeria and make a declaration. 6 million people taking over everywhere. Fulani will run. Iraye in Sagamu, you know what they did 2 days ago. So some of you who have no idea, when I was telling people that breakfast, everybody, whatever they are doing to the Igbos, to our Biafran brothers and sisters in Imo, well, I actually wanted to start from there. Let me start from there. You see, you have been hearing about Imo, killing here and there, Owerri, Orlu, and so many other parts of Imo State. You are not, because if this is your first time or second time of hearing this, you have actually not been paying attention. Or if you actually count what is going on in Imo State under hopeless or danger, if you calculate that way, or you see that as it's one of those news. It's just one of those news and all of that stuff. You are not paying attention. You are not paying attention. And guess what? There is no rush. The same thing they are doing to the people in Orlu, they are doing to the people in Owerri. As you are watching this video, innocent people being killed from their homes, being kidnapped, being made to disappear by the Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian military, burning down their houses, burning down, and then setting people up. They go to your house, they will pick you up, burn down your house, and they will arrest you. They will say you are an ESN member, or you are a suspected ESN, this and that. They are doing it to them in Imo, or in Imo State. As you are watching this video, they are about to start it now in Yoruba land. They are already there now. In Ibarapa, their soldiers are already stationed there. And, they are already bringing their soldiers to Sagamu in Ogun State. Let me check my time. I'm going to use an extra 10 minutes over my time before I start taking calls, okay? Because this is part of it. You know what they are doing in Imo State? So many bodies came together and they put a report together that over 600 youth have been killed by the Nigerian military in the last 46 days now. In the last 46 days. So 46 days means in the last 6 weeks, they have killed over 640 young people, innocent people, simply because they said they were looking for the unknown gunmen. They said the unknown gunmen have killed 128 uniformed policemen, military, air force, all the security agents in the eastern part of that country, right? That they have killed 128. In retaliation, the Nigerian military, they are now going to people's homes right? People are running away from their homes now. They are not running away from the Fulani terrorists, though. They are running away from the Nigerian soldiers who are going from village to village. Once they get to this village, they will arrest any young people they see there. They will kill those who are elderly, and they will burn down the property. And they will do the same thing. Just the video, like the video you saw at Igongon, when they attacked Igongon a few days ago. Just same way the Fulani terrorists always burn down houses, burn down cars like terrorists, right? That's exactly what Nigerian army are doing right now in Orlu, in Imo State, in many parts of the eastern Nigeria, in Biafra land, as you are watching this video now. Now, what is their offense? Their offense is that the Nigeria military and Nigeria government of Boko Haram, they are baying for blood. And the only way to get that blood is to declare war on people. For 6 years, IPOB, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they were carrying flags, they were carrying placards, their phones and selfie stick, and they were singing, dancing, Biafra or death, Biafra or death. Not a single day were there any report of anyone being kidnapped, anyone being killed, attacked, any building or any property or even any government official or vehicle or property attacked. Even when the Nigeria government was busy killing them, every time they gather to pray or remember those who died during the genocide of 1967 to 1970, they never attacked anybody. Even when they said Nigeria was pushing them to pick up arms, they still didn't pick up arms against Nigeria. Then the threat of the Fulani terrorists attacking women, children, men on their farms in eastern Nigeria grew in the last 12 months than ever before. The audacity, the killings in Ebonyi, the killings in Enugu, the killings in Abia, the killings all across what is today's Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rang a bell that every young person in eastern Nigeria who values their lives and everything they hold dear should volunteer to protect their father's land. That was what gave birth to Eastern Security Network. Before then, the Eastern governors who tried many ways to bring the leader of IPOB to a round table. We don't know what they offered him, but Nnamdi Kanu came out and he said he was offered oil block, he was offered this, offered that, to abandon the Biafra struggle. But he rejected. 2-3 weeks after that meeting, in Nnamdi Kanu's house, 2-3 weeks after that meeting, and then 2 or 3 days before his next court appearance, the Nigerian military moved to assassinate him and kill him. He got away, and for a whole year, Nigerian government thought they have actually killed him, or possibly he died from the wound he sustained when they have bombarded his house. They killed his dog, killed his family members, killed so many young people in that state that day just to kill Nnamdi Kanu for refusing to abandon Biafra as he met the governors of Eastern Nigeria. For some of you who probably don't know that he met them. In one of the occasions when Nnamdi Kanu was telling them, right, before he was released, in one of the court appearances, he had this to say about your Boko Haram. Maybe this will remind you that time back then.
That he's mad. He cannot join me. He cannot join me. He's a madman. He appoints judges. Buhari has been appointing judges in this country. He should stop with the judges. That is rubbish. People can have it. I will not have it. I won't have it. I will not have it. Buhari can intimidate judges, not me. You guys made it nonsense. They are killing my people. Yeah, okay. After killing my people, you tell me what to tell in the secret? Yeah. The person is mad. Completely mad. There's a contempt of court proceedings here. Contempt of court. They don't obey court order. They don't obey court order. Your time is to read prayer. You are moving the back of the rubbish. The most person being born. Rubbish.
So do you get that now? So he was in Nigeria. They gave him everything. They offered him everything. Like they say, when Lucifer wants to offer you anything, because he wants to steal your soul, he will tell you that he can give you the whole world. When he rejected it, they attacked his house 2-3 weeks after that. And that was how Nnamdi Kanu escaped again from Nigeria. And they're asking him to come back now, Even the governor of Abia, what's that one's name? Ikpeazu. Ikpeazu is now saying he is ready to speak and sit down with Nnamdi Kanu. When they couldn't kill him, they started the blackmailing. However, they have actually the whole thing has now gone beyond anything now, because when Nnamdi Kanu now started the ESN, the Eastern governors again, they came together. They opened the door for the Nigerian army to have an opportunity of massacring the Biafrans in Biafra land. Isn't that ironical? Now, the person who led that charge is the governor, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State. Let's see. Thank you. He was bragging about it. There is another copycat who also enjoys using the name of IPOB because of their own ego, like Boko Haram that shut down Twitter. Because of their ego against the ideal of IPOB, he also finds solace. He enjoys killing the Biafrans. His name is Wiriwike in Rivers State. But, well, fine. The reason why they are now in the eastern Nigeria killing people, they have killed over 640 people in the last 46 days. They were not killed by terrorists. They are not killed by the Fulani terrorists. They were killed by the Nigerian military, and they are still killing them as you are watching this video. You see that genocide we're talking about? They've started it already. And I'm so ashamed of those who parade themselves as the Eastern leader or Eastern political leader in that part of that country today, that they are so spineless. Like our own Maiyegun General in Yoruba land. Those who are preaching one Nigeria in Yoruba land as well. The spineless, boneless bunch of senile, demented criminals. I'm ashamed of them. The killing is already going on in Eastern Nigeria as we're watching this video now. Some people who can I tell you that, oh, we cannot, we found 104 bodies. 104 bodies at a government hospital in Owerri. They said they dumped their body, no clothes, no nothing, naked, and that's it. You can't ask any questions. They were brought in there by the soldiers. People are being taken from their homes. Women, children, they are being taken from their home by the Nigerian soldiers, the repentant Boko Haram soldiers. They are taking them from their homes, raping them, killing most of them, unaccounted for. That is already going on for the past 46 days. Every day. Soldiers will be carrying megaphone on the street. We will revenge. Imagine you living in Eastern Nigeria right now, whereby on your streets, soldiers are carrying megaphone. They are announcing that we will revenge. You just say, "Una mad? We will revenge." Even if you are inside your house, they will break your door. They will kill you in there. They will burn down the house. Just same way the Fulani terrorists are burning down houses. And these political leaders are pretty much pretending that, you know what I mean? Soldiers are looking for ESN that are trying to protect people. ESN are not living in the town. But because the intention is not actually, they don't want to fight the ESN. They want to kill the Igbos. People are not getting it. That's not, you see, this, I will speak to you in the language you understand, is a genocide language. The ESN, everyone who is the ESN member, they are in the forest. That is why when you hear that they kill the ESN leader, they are tracing them. They are asking people to point them, to identify them. Soldiers are paying people. They are paying people to tell them, do you know the commander of ESN here? Do you know those people, his family? Anybody? Tell us. We'll give you 10 million naira. So whenever any of those guys who have been living in the forest, protecting and fighting the Fulani terrorists as much as they can, right? When any of them just come down or visit any family member, they will just ambush them. No gunfight or no nothing, no. They will just ambush them, fire them, kill them, execution style. You know what I mean? They will then put their pictures on social media. They go into people's homes. Imagine now, what you want to do? Soldiers, they're outside your house. In Nigeria, soldiers are outside your house with petrol, with guns. And before you know, they've already killed 2 people. Maybe they've already killed your brother, killed your dad. They've already tied your sister, tied your mom. And they are likely going to shoot you. They can shoot you and kill you right there. What are you going to do? And that's what they are doing right now. It breaks my heart that this is not getting the needed reportage. It's not getting the needed coverage. It's not getting the expected. People are talking about Twitter. People don't know why they block Twitter and why they are going to block more internet, because they have to cover these things up. Some of you will see, you are hearing this now. All of you, your blood is boiling. Your blood is boiling because you have access to this information. People still have access to the internet to send them out to us. Very soon you won't see them, because if the internet is still there, there are horrible things going on right now that they will never have the chance of sharing. It's going to get worse. You know what they did in Sagamu? You know what they did in Sagamu? There is a place called Iraye in Sagamu. If you are from Sagamu, let me give you this description. Well, if you are from Sagamu, you won't find it difficult. You know Iraye. Iraye is when you are leaving Sagamu and you are going to Korodu. But you know, it's like you living in Sagamu, going to Ogijo. You get to Ogijo, then you get to Korodu. So if you are coming from areas like Ijebu-Ode and you want to go to Iraye, what you will do is that once you get to that express junction in Sagamu, you will turn left. You will enter Sagamu. If you are coming from Ijebu-Ode, you will turn left. When you enter Sagamu and you get to that Sabo and you are on your way to that Wapko, is it Wapko or Lafarge? That bad road. Iraye is along that road. Do you know what happened? There have been reports. When we told you that over 1,746 or more illegal Fulani camp are currently in Yoruba land. Some of you don't even understand what that means. You see, I am from this part I am about to describe to you now. I am from Odogbolu, which is so close to Ikenne. Ikenne is next to Sagamu. Sagamu is next to Iraye. Iraye, after Iraye, then you get to there are other villages too. Then you get to Ogijo, a major town. After Ogijo, you get to Ikorodu. You know what they did? There are Fulanis in that area, okay, who have taken over the bushes, the forest, the grassy area, the schools in the area with their cows. So, 2 days ago or 3 days ago, something strange happened. Suddenly, people saw them moving their families out of that area. They didn't know what was going on. So people thought maybe it was because of this whole thing going on all over the country, that everybody, the Fulanis are trying to go back to where they come from, blah, blah, blah. Nobody suspected anything. So they were moving back. They moved their families, their children, everybody moved them away from that community. At night, that same day, they came back and they started attacking they live in the forest at the back of the community, very close to Sagamu. So they now attack that community like they did in Igongon. This is Sagamu Ogun State, yo. Are you following me? So they attacked the place. But luckily, because Sagamu, for those who know Sagamu very well, Sagamu is not just a kind of a Yoruba town, okay? Sagamu would be like a mini, I don't know which state in America has most guns, okay? But Sagamu can be a mini Lagos with a mixture of everything. So the people, if you are born and raised in Sagamu, fighting war or fighting Fulani or Hausa, that seems to be something that you want to witness. in your lifetime to add it to your career and say, I am from Sagamu. So it's not just an ordinary place that anybody can just overrun. They are always, always, always ready. But Iraye is just about 10, 15 minutes or so away from Sagamu. Terrible road, terrible network, but they got their lot. So people mobilize from Sagamu. Vigilantes, the KBAC, Akari, everybody, they move people. They are attacking Iraye. They are attacking Iraye. And they caught up with them. I don't know how many of them they killed, but they arrested some of them. Again, because Nigeria is Nigeria, the story you have been reading, this story is true. The story that they attacked somewhere in Sagamu is true. Meanwhile, there is a court war going on in Sagamu right now. Court boys are fighting themselves, killing themselves. So around that time, Fulani came and they attacked another village. So people moved in and they killed some and they arrested some. But guess what? They have to hand them over to the police now. You know what happened? This is the shocker. The police, they released those ones that the vigilante arrested just 3 days ago. This one happened, just 2 days ago. People mobilized and stopped the attack after they have killed those they want to kill, right? After they have burned down the half of the village, like they did in Ngogon, but they didn't get away. People caught up with them. With their AK-47, with their AK whatever nonsense, they were overpowered. And they were handed over to the police in the Sagamu. Police have released them. Now, you know what police told them? Police told them that they must leave the community because the Yorubas will come back. So they need to leave the community. Now, here is the problem. That is the same thing that happened in Egongon, that happened in a Barakpa area then. They said everything is resolved. You know what? You people just go away, go away. People are not happy now, go away. So that gave the Fulani terrorists who committed that crime against the Yoruba people there, that gave them chance to go and regroup. And when they came back to Egongon, you and I are now talking about Egongon that we thought was liberated 5 months ago. So nowhere is liberated in Yoruba land. We are possibly just waiting for the time they will attack so that we can go and play defense. Defense is what we are playing. And it is time to stop playing defense. Now, there are other strategies that we should begin to deploy. And I hope that those who have that capacity are also watching me today. So let me take my break. And now I can take calls, okay? Let's check. Let's start with, mind you, when you are phoning in, right, you should call in the WhatsApp there. That will make sense, okay? Hello.
Mr. Maiyegun Baba.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, sir.
I just joined up a few days ago. I've been following your conversations and you are really, really doing a great job.
Thank you.
And God will continue to strengthen you.
Thank you.
I only have one point I want to make. I like this your smile as I'm looking at you smiling back at you. I just want to say one thing. Nigeria is dead already. We all know that. But the only thing giving Nigeria oxygen, which we in the South, we seem not to have identified or we are not focusing on, is crude oil. The crude oil of Nigeria is what is keeping that country together. To end Nigeria, let's end crude oil. Thank God it's all located in the South. Southeast, some parts of Southwest. Let us shut down oil and see whether this clueless government can last for 3 months. They are borrowing already. They can't pay salaries without borrowing. So, and the creditors are borrowing them because of the crude oil. If we are able to shut down crude oil production, if we can mobilize, and one thing I want to also appreciate you for, your solidarity with the Biafra. your solidarity with the Igbo, your digging into history to identify the root causes. We have all made mistakes. Every tribe, our fathers made the mistakes that we are all dealing with today. But thank God that our generation, we are trying to look into those histories and make the necessary corrections. I like your handshake to the Igbo.
Thank you.
I like the way you pay a lot of emphasis on the marginalization that I'm a Yoruba man. I'm Ade Bambo. So I appreciate it. But if we can work together, the only thing that is giving Nigeria oxygen, the only fuel that is keeping Nigeria together, the bond, the glue that is bonding the Fulani, they are ready to go, for your information.
That's right.
That's why they are building their way up to Niger Republic. They know that it's like a doomsday. They don't know when, but they know that it's bound to happen. And they are preparing themselves.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The earlier we end the oil, the better. We may suffer it initially, but on the long run, it will pay off.
Better for all. Thank you very much. I'll take another call. Yeah, that's Ade. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, this is Osita.
Osita, how are you doing tonight?
Calling from Atlanta.
How are you tonight?
Yeah. Great, my brother. You've always been a great brother.
Thank you very
much. And anybody who doesn't appreciate you doesn't appreciate the truth. There is something special I really want to talk about.
Please.
One thing that is clear that people don't understand that the truth is always bitter. Yes, quite all right. Everybody might not be consistent with everybody's thinking. But the most important thing is for you to reason about concerning the end product of what is being said. The end product of everything that is being said concerning religious leaders is that do not mix religion with governance. Do not come in contact with these people who are killing. Like I used to tell a lot of people, I attend church program. I'm born again, everything. But I don't try to mix my faith with politics. If you separate them, you will begin to see the realities of life, the truth. There is a difference between fact and truth. What a lot of people are looking at is fact, but that is not truth. Even Jesus Christ, when he was on earth, he never dabbled into politics.
That's right.
So even when our religious leaders will go and look at somebody like Rufai, who calls you an infidel, and you will be there and you'll be discussing with him and say, we are praying for you, we are praying for you, we are praying for you. You are praying for him to get back or worse than he is now, or you are praying for him to become a changed man. Those people can never be a changed man. So that is the reason you have to take it aside. God is not going to come from heaven to build bridge for you. God is not going to come down from heaven to repair your roads or put food on your table. God had those days in the Old Testament. That was when manna fall from heaven. But right now, it doesn't. Jesus Christ himself was dying when he paid the price. He said, it is finished, meaning he has done what he needs to do. It is left for us, the Bible. I will still quote the Bible. The Bible said that the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violence taken it by force. You have to take your destiny by your hand.
That's right.
God is not a member of PDP. God is not a member of Republican Party, neither Democrat. God doesn't even know all those things. They read the Bible. Sometimes they take the one that they want you to hear, but they will not tell you the fact concerning. I think they won't tell you the truth as it is.
Exactly.
Personalize this gospel. Personalize this gospel that you receive today. That is what Paul said. You personalize it. It's a personal read. So what I'm trying to say in the essence, I want you to understand something, that everything you say here, believe me, it's not everybody that is going to accept. But one thing that is sure, either they like it or not, we have come to the light.
That's right.
The reality of today that is posing in our front. I encourage pastors because they have multitude of gatherings.
Exactly.
Look at what happened in Selma, in America here, what Martin Luther King did. And for me, I am yet to see a man of God like that because he led his people, he liberated his people. Obama became a president, a black man became a president of this nation today, was as a result of that match. It was a result of that match. The greatest speech that is ever given by any man that is born of a woman in the recent time. That man spoke that speech and he backed it up with action. Don't sit down on your pulpit there or don't sit down in those golden chairs and just think you can say anything. And at the end of the day, you keep quiet and you tell me you have plan B. Plan B is not, you might be running away. You have that plan B, you might be running away and something happened on the edge. That aircraft that you took crash. What will you do? But it's better you stay on ground. Speak.
Use what you have to get what you want. Thank you, Osita.
Yes.
Let me take another call. Osita. Thank you very much.
But one more thing, I do not know how to get through to your super chat, my brother. Please.
Maybe, the super chat is not available everywhere, I'm told, right? However, if you are looking at the comment section, right, and you see a dollar sign in the comment, like when you tap comment like this, you will see that dollar sign. So if it appears on the side of your comment when you are typing comment in the chat, right? Then if you tap it, you'll be able to use it. But if the dollar sign is not showing,
because I sent something to you. I do not know if you received it, but
tell me,
just sent something.
Was that a PayPal or what?
No, it was the Cash App.
Right, I must get it then. Thank you, Sita.
Okay,
so if you do see that sign on the side of the comment, that is what is meant by super chat. And it's not always available everywhere anyway. So, but however, thank you, Osita. Let me take
and
this
God bless
call.
you, my brother.
Thank you very much, sir. So, I have another caller. Hello.
Hello, I'm Clement Ola from Stuttgart, Germany.
Clement Ola, how are you?
Yeah. I'm fine, Professor Maiyegun. Thank you very much for all your efforts. In fact, I can't thank you anymore. I've been always thanking you. No time for thanking anymore. You've been doing a great job, though. The fact is just that first things first, Baba, Allah, I swear, on top of that pastor bullshit, believing in God, who don't believe in God? We all believe in God. That's 100%. But when they turn all our factories to churches, in fact, the Europeans who give us this church and all those things don't attend. Most of them are even atheists. In Germany, near in Stuttgart, or if you go to the neighboring cities like Karlsruhe, München, Berlin, if you go to the church, you only find the old people who are already pensioners, maybe 4 or 5 of them, and one old pastor in front of them discussing about the word of God. You will never find a young, hard-working person in the church in Germany. Never. If you work 8 hours in a day, you can never think of going to the church in the evening or whatsoever. So I remember those days when I used to live in Nigeria. Thank Ibadan. So in Ibadan now, for example, I remember we had a lot of companies, even in Lagos, which doesn't exist anymore. I give you examples, not an example. We had Leventis, where my father bought his first Mercedes-Benz padded. We call it Obokonloye Leventis. We had Bata. I used to buy my leather shoes. My mom bought it for us when we were going to school. We had Eleganza. We had Excite. Those are battery companies. We had my first father's car, which was bought almost the same year when I was born, 1982. For 4,000 naira was Pan. Pan is Peugeot. Yeah, we had it. In those days, where are them today? Everybody away. All now became industries of Redeemed Church. Industries. We now have a new industry in Nigeria. Religion industry. Can you imagine this? This is so ridiculous. We have a country, Igogo. When I saw it, I was crying. All my friends, they were like in a moody. I mean, this was so ridiculous. On that Sunday, I was in Professor Maiyegun's Sunday sermon. I was watching it. Then that was where I knew that there was something going on in Igoko. I had to pick up my phone, check it. There are a lot of posts. I saw people Fulani killing us Yorubas like this. And that their president, I don't call it my own, it's not my own president. Their president couldn't even come out and console these people. I mean, I can imagine this is happening in a place like maybe Hamburg, and Angela Merkel doesn't come out. And the next thing we will be hearing is banning Twitter. The next thing will be Instagram. In fact, it's not Instagram, but maybe internet. They have already, you've already banned cryptocurrency. We talked about it some time ago, and you suggested maybe they will have their own cryptocurrency. If you remember this,
they didn't replace it. Rather, they went to download crypto. You saw the Malami screenshot when he shut down his Twitter. I don't know if you have seen the news.
Yes.
He has a crypto app on his phone, right? He has VPN app on his phone, and they ban internet for the people. They ban Twitter for the people. They ban crypto for the people. But they have them.
Yeah. I mean, this is extremely ridiculous. And that's why I don't really want us to deviate from our focus, which is Biafra and Oduduwa Republic. We already know all these pastors are fake. We know the true God who, in fact, in the Bible is written you can preach your own God inside your Lord's room. So why should I have to go to Pastor and pray? Excuse me, it's not even possible anyway. So I'm just, we are talking about it. It's like we are enlightening people in Nigeria to subject themselves because they have been sleeping. One last point. Imagine in those days when we used to have all those great basketball teams in Nigeria, we had the Premier League, all those great football teams, Excite Packers, Warriors, all those things have managed. Nobody is thinking about that anymore. Nobody is thinking about our economy. Now $1 is how much? Now €1 is how much? Very soon we will use wheelbarrow to go and buy bread.
That's it.
Have a beautiful night, sir.
When we get to that stage, I hope Yoruba won't be part of it anymore. We will not be part of that.
We won't. We can never be part of it.
Because when Nigeria turns to Zimbabwe, it's going to be worse than what you will ever imagine, Baba.
Yes,
thank you very much, Ola.
Amen.
I enjoyed that. It's a pleasure talking to you. I have another caller. Sorry if I have not picked your call. There's a lot. Hello, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, Maiyegun. Thank you so much for what you are doing. Thanks so much. May God bless you and bless your family. A lot of Nigerians are waking up because of your program. They are learning because the religion have really blinded a lot of them. Some of them, the pastor even tell them to go and bring their first child for sacrifice. They will do it because they will tell you, touch not my anointing. This is what Nigeria believes in. Even when I was there, it's part of what they used to hold us down. I think a lot of people watch what just happened in France. When they slapped the president. You see the president still continue his job the same hour. He never stopped because somebody slapped him. He still continue even when, if you watch the full news, that is a president who knows what he's doing, who believe that people sometimes can be overhot and misbehave. But as a president, you must have the heart to tolerate and to forgive. But people like this animal call themselves Buhari and Tinubu and the rest of that, they are a bunch of evil. This whole thing, Maiyegun, did not start. This whole thing did not start from Buhari. I keep saying it. Buhari only come to make it worse. These same people are still praising PDP, saying Jonathan is good. Let me tell you, Maiyegun, to fix electricity did not take 6 years. You live in Europe, I live in France. We all know. To fix good hospital will not take more than 1 year. During Jonathan, the people around it to now say it's an angel. Did they have one standard hospital in his own community?
That's right.
Where oil was 100 plus by a barrel. by barrel. Ask Jonathan, did he fix one standard hospital in Niger Delta, where he come from? For 6 years. That is the people they call a saint today. That is why I love Shure, I love Nnamdi Kanu. They have struggled. May God let them come together one day to liberate us. And his son, the Igboho, which I really admire his courage also. Because this bunch of PDP and APC, they are a bunch of evil. Buhari only come to add to it.
To expose
Obasanjo, we talk to
expose everything. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Obasanjo, we talk today. People will listen to it. That is a demon. A man rule. During the time when oil was booming, he couldn't fix electricity. Maiyegun, you live in Europe. How many and what takes to fix electricity? Ask me, what takes to fix electricity? What takes to fix good road and good hospital? For 16 years of PDP, nothing was done. If for 16 years, if PDP could make Nigeria to be like Dubai, I think this old fool, this old demon called Buhari could have learned that he will not destroy it. Because this man is just following.
If PDP rule Nigeria better, there is no way in this world that a Boko Haram will be president. No way.
Thank you so much.
It won't meet the standard now. But you know what?
Thank you so much.
Nobody.
A brilliant Jonathan. A brilliant Jonathan could not fix one hospital in Niger Delta. And people still talk of Jonathan. I look Nigeria. May God have mercy on them. Maiyegun, thank you so much. Let me leave other people to talk.
You didn't tell me your name.
God bless you. I'm Silva, calling from France.
Silva, lovely, Baba. Thank you so much. You have a good one.
God bless.
I'm so sorry. I have hello.
The general.
Yes, sir.
The general Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Baba, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking. So, you're joining the conversation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah, for the sake of our listeners, you should tell them your name.
Okay. My name is Ahmed. I'm calling from the United States. Yes, sir.
So now,
So, all right. So, I was listening, just keeping my own path, the way we do it, yeah. You know, there is a saying in Hausa language, they will say, Inchere na yao, Zabuma na yao. As it just refers to, they say, when the bushmeat go catch the hunter, the thing no go, smile no go day, joy no go day. Then they do am with the watch. When it go day interesting, they say when they begin go down, now we go laugh last. Me I dey talk am, I believe am. We will laugh last because any evil person will never, ever go scot-free without being punished. May they continue to do their evil. We will deal with the watch. Now that evil now go consume them. It go consume them. Now only way I want to talk about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we observe. Now observe, we observe.
Watching. And there's a lot of people watching.
We are watching.
See. Thank you, Baba. You have a good one.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's Ahmed from the US as well. Hello.
Hello
there.
Hello, it's actually from hello. Yes, I'm just going to say I'm Auntie Anne.
Connected now, anyway. This is Maiyegun. Your name?
Excellent. Auntie Anne. Just say Auntie Anne, okay?
Anne, I'll stick to that, ma.
Correct.
You are live.
Okay, let me go quickly. Okay, beautiful. Let me try and I'll tell you a story, and in that story, let the Yoruba and the Igbo see what is going on. There are peoples. They have always been wild. They are barbaric people. That is their nature. That is how they are. Now, these people somehow find their way into a group of people, several nations, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Ijo, and Co. They find their way in, and somehow they find themselves in position of leadership. But they are very, very small in number compared to the majority. So what do? They bide their time by craft, cunning craftiness, they bide their time through the decade and place their people in the highest positions in the land. Are you with me?
I'm following.
While they were doing that, the different other tribes were busy not knowing that they had danger. You don't put fire on your rooftop and go to sleep. They didn't know that they have brood of vipers scattered in their midst. Now, you have to look outside of Nigeria to understand the totality of the problem confronting Nigeria. More than 5-7 years ago, I have read that the wars of the future are going to be fought over drinkable water, fresh water, not over crude oil. The quantity of drinkable water on the earth is reducing by the year on account of climate change. Now, suppose this brood of vipers have access to some other crafty people of maybe a different complexion from all Nigerians. And those ones have advised them, well, listen, these animals you are driving up and down, they require water. You people have to find a place where there is water. Fight for it with all you've got. Otherwise, yourself and your way of life are forever gone from the earth. So these are people that have been planning for a number of years. So when I commented somewhere the other day, I said, these people you are dealing with are playing chess. Unfortunately, the entire South appear to be playing checkers, which you call draft in Nigeria. So that's why your president would say, let there be Ruga settlements 6 kilometers on either side of all waterways in Nigeria. Google it. He said it this year. I read it.
In fact, you are very right. They made this legislation that gives them control over 6 kilometers to the riverine area. They control the waterways and 6 kilometers from the waterway.
God bless you. I want you to understand, please, because I want to make the point so someone else can talk. You see, now, I want you to know when a man is aiming something at you, what I want to see first is how did he size me up that he thinks he's looking for somebody to deal with and it's me? So I first of all look at the length of his legs. So that when I want to clear him, I will know how easily I can clear him off the ground. When these people are attacking you, if 3 or 20 million, then the whole lot of them cannot be 10 million. If 10 million are confronting 180 million people, you have to ask yourself, can you want to ask yourself. Look, if you give me the means of, I will text you a prophet in Nigeria, 6 months last year. An almost illiterate prophet in Nigeria. I watched it from here. This man had a vision and he was almost weeping in his church on that Sunday. He said certain elements within the nation have gone to beckon to 10 countries that share a common religion. He didn't mention the religion, and I am not mentioning it either. He said they have gone to beckon to 10 countries that share a common religion, that they should come and help them to attack Nigeria and take it over.
I've actually heard that, man. I've heard it too.
More than 6 months ago, I read that. It's on YouTube. Now, the idea was that when the elections in the US last year happened, they expected that there would be somewhat of a civil war because of all the ruckus that was going on. They anticipated there was going to be a civil war in America. And these 10 countries agreed with those within our Nigerian land that when the civil war starts in America, America will not be available to defend the Christians in Nigeria. It is at that time we will attack. A great disappointment came upon them when that civil war did not happen. They are still looking out and hoping with all they've got that it's going to happen. So leave that to one side. So let's see where we're going.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
The South needs to work together. United, you stand. Divided, you fall. The South must swim together or sink together. As you are saying, they're in the bush, and your people are all just talking bush. No, they're not just in the bush. They've trained these boys. They've trained these killers. They've trained them I promise you. The training they didn't get when they were going up and down the African coast, they doing wars in Mali and anywhere, they have given them perfect training in Nigeria. They have some of them in Benin Republic. Their doctors are there that take care of them when they get shot in Nigeria. They rush them over the border. They don't treat them in Nigeria. And all these things, unless you are deliberately shutting your eyes firmly. Sonny Abacha, I heard this quoted in the last 2 months. A Kanuri man. We never give him, we know the things he did, we say were wrong, I know. But then he did something. Somebody said the other day, Sonny Abacha cannot be alive in Nigeria today and this will be happening. That he will not allow it. He will not allow it. In the time he will not have allowed it. How can somebody within Nigeria, put in a responsible position in Nigeria, go outside and liaise with heads of other states to come and help them to take over Nigeria? Think about it. When they are firing, when they are flying their planes over Nigeria and shooting, they say 2:14 a.m. they want to come and shoot. Who do you know they're going to hit? They are not going to shoot in northern Nigeria, I promise you. They are going for the jugular. And let me round up quickly. What they do not have is that they do not have water. They do not have access to a port. And at all costs, they want access to a port. And the port of Lagos is their preferred choice. So they are going to give it everything they got to get Lagos. The one they're doing in the east is a distraction to keep you busy. The boys who are going to fight are not the ones they send to the east. They are the terrorists they have brought and are already presently in Lagos and environs. They are going. The uniforms they're going to wear, they will have given them. They will put them in uniform and ask me if those ones can show anybody mercy. So let Yorubas know that the terror is already within. Let the Igbos know that this is not a fight that you will fight and say, I'm sleeping. No. You have to join together and strategize together. If we do not have this, can we not use this? If we do not have this, can we not? And then you two begin to do logistics. Look at all their people. I don't need to give you names. All their people that are in strategic positions. Ask yourself the question: who is handling Nigeria's telecommunications? Who is handling this? Ask yourself those questions. And from those questions, we can begin to deduce the answers. They're not something we can discuss in public. Then you know.
Thank you very much. I couldn't stop you, right? Because it's like you are so loaded, and I didn't want to miss that. I actually wanted to have everything you want to say on the diary, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. That's amazing. I'm going to have one more last call. I'm so sorry if I don't get you tonight. Hello. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. Your name?
How are you?
I'm very well.
It's Chuck from Stuttgart, Germany. I'm fine.
Great, sir.
Happy to hear from you.
It's a pleasure having you on as well. Now you are live, sir.
Yeah. I think the last caller is well loaded. But I just want to chip in something.
Please.
I think we Southerners we're really in a mess. The mess we have found ourselves into because our enemies were busy strategizing for years, and we were busy counseling each other effect in Nigeria. They keep on dividing the South against Southeast, Southeast against Southwest. But they were busy mapping out plan how to unleash terror on us, and that is where we are now. And I'm afraid that we are really in a very big, deep pit. I can't imagine. When I heard this night that more than 600 people have been killed in Imo State alone.
It is shocking. When I saw it too, I'm like, what?
I can't. But the funny thing is that what is our journalist doing? How can such high-level genocide going on and everybody's pretending as if everything is normal? The media is not reporting it. Why do we have the media? Why can't they at least to report half of what is happening? This is a genocide. This is ethnic cleansing that is going on. Okay. What of the people that are representing those people? Why are they not talking? Why is it that people, just because of their selfish interest, they pretend that everything is normal? I can't believe that, man. This is madness.
That's why we are now telling everybody to bond together now. Everybody to bury their hatchet, or else.
Yeah, we need to do it. Okay,
you know.
Okay, look at now. Even the people who so-called South, everybody's pretending that it's not. I'm not involved. And they think they are safe. Why shouldn't the Southerners, everybody, come out now and fight this thing once? Because we are the ones that put ourselves into this mess. I tell you, we are the ones that put ourselves into this mess. We were busy fighting against each other. And these people, okay, look at the whole important places in the office, from security to finance. They have good grip of the whole nation. Those are people we thought they are mumus. Now, who are the mumus? Tell me who are the mumus?
You remember when they were saying the Igbos are not smart? They are putting all their political egg in one basket. Now, people will put all of their own egg inside the different basket of APC. Yeah. People are now asking, how market now?
No, we Southerners have to rise. We have to rise. Otherwise,
we have got to that stage.
These people will swallow everybody. These people will swallow every man. These people will swallow every woman, because
Thank you so much. Let me take. Go on. Sorry.
Well, let me leave all that so that they will contribute anywhere. That I will not take much of their time.
Thank you.
You remember I sent you a text. You say you get back to me. I'm still waiting.
So sorry, I haven't got back to you. I believe, because
I know you are most occupied.
Okay. I mean, it's not an excuse, okay? But most of the time, because I don't save the numbers and there's a lot, right? Please do me a favor, okay? You don't need to resend the message, okay? Just send a message. I'll do that. Maiyegun, you said I should remind you. It will come to the top of all the pile, right? And I will respond.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll take one more. Just one more. Because I checked the time now. I think I can spare him.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun General.
Yes.
This is Olatunji from Canada. Thank you for the work you are doing so good. I'm so happy to get you. And I have to use 2 phones to try and catch you. Hey, Joe, I want to speak to you now. Now, this is no joke. I looked at what happened.
Hello, ma. You need to move away from that TV.
This is serious.
Please move away from the TV when you are calling in, please, or you mute the TV, please. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Maiyegun, hi.
Yes, sir. You're live.
Wow,
I know you didn't expect me to pick it. I did. I took
I'm really surprised I got through.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Your name?
Yeah. This is Wale.
Did you say Muhammad?
No. This is Wale.
Wale. Sorry, that was so slow.
Yeah, Wale.
The sound. Now, Wale, you are live.
Okay. I think because probably because I have it on speaker. Now,
don't worry.
I have removed it.
Don't worry. Go on.
Okay. Wow. This is very okay. Yeah, my point. I will go straight to the point as much as I can. Try to gather my thoughts. I think you started with the religious brainwashing and all of that. And I've been thinking, like, how can we find people who know how to communicate effectively, design a kind of way that they can communicate to all this to these guys who have been totally have their head in this religious brainwash. I mean, guys who understand the religion, like, because Islam is not, I mean, like, someone that, who can speak the language, like, who understands, Quran, Hadith,
and all that.
and then also understand psychology, like the psychological effect of communication and how to design a communication framework to appeal to the consciousness of this category of people. Because there's, it is very, very scary. It seems like everything we're doing is just like being, this religion is a very emotional thing, and it just bothers me. Why I'm bringing this up? If you think back during the last USAS protest, they said that protest is not allowed in Islam. That the prophet is not. How what a buncombe of lies. You have a prophet. I'm a Muslim, by the way. The prophet engaged in several wars. These wars, what would you call these wars? Okay, these are wars that were fought as a result of oppression, because in Islam, oppression, when God commands you to fight someone or a government or be it whomever, when you are being oppressed, you must fight. You have to fight. You have to stand up.
It was
and
what
fight.
it was back then, Wale. You have to. It's a survival of the fittest back in the days. It's either you kill or you will be killed. And to survive that, some people finally brought peace using that same religion, by the way, right? Which means they disagree with the established status quo to what they believe should be the order, and they went against that, right? And today they are now telling us that protest is against the religion. I mean, Islam is against protest. Where is that in the Quran?
Oh, the funny thing is in the Quran there are several verses that support protest, even hadith, but most of these ulama, those ustaz, they will interpret their interpretation of that. They will just turn it upside down, just to suit their own agenda. For instance, if you look at this Surah Nisa, okay, verse 135, that it encourages Muslims to persistently stand firm for justice. And also, if you look at this another hadith. I can't even remember all this because I used to be, a very good omoleke back then, and I know these things. But as a result of life, I have forgotten most of them. But these people, they will judge you. Even for what I'm speaking right now, some of them are actually judging me right now. So, that is what we are talking about. That's what we are saying. It is just it's just sad. It's just sad because. Okay, now I remember, like Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 8, it commands Muslims to stand for justice. Let them, maybe, if they're listening, they should go and look it up. It commands Muslims to stand for justice, okay, regardless of whose horse is God. Okay, and it goes on and on and on. There are several verses like that. Okay, and then there's another hadith that says that. There's another hadith. This last one.
Yeah,
that
man.
You, as a Muslim, you have to, if you cannot change anything, you must try your best to change the conditions, to change the situation. And the weakest of your faith is when you become powerless, is when you change it with your heart. You reject it with your heart. And even Allah said that He will not change the situation of the people. Okay? He will not change their condition unless they themselves, they change their own situation. That is, go out and protest when you have bad government. Go out and speak truth to power, and don't stop using useless deception, which you call taqiyya, which actually is not actually founded in Islam. And let me tell you one thing. There is one particular history in Islam. Like I heard one story very, very long time ago. I think it was very, very long time ago that the Prophet Muhammad, I think when he was, he was being hunted, but then he will go out and, visit places. And there was one particular point in time, he came across some of call them the enemies. And they were asking him, okay, do you know Muhammad? And he, because they were asking Muhammad, do you know Muhammad? And he himself, he was like, okay, no. He said, he took a step back and pointed to the point where he was and said, oh, Muhammad just left me. And this is what they, this is the idea, the concept of the Faqiyya, which they are now using as a total deception to rob people
to mean that
of their
join
own,
a system. If you can't change it, join it until you have the power to change it to what you want. Tekiya. So it's a lie all along.
It is just deception. These things are not funny. It is deception. It doesn't make sense. They are just.
Thank you so much, Wale.
Thank you very much, Maiyegun. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank
you.
Yeah, Baba. Thank you very much for calling. Okay, you have a good evening.
You're welcome.
I hope I'm lucky to speak to you again next time. You have a good one. Bye-bye.
Hopefully, sure.
Cheers, man.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. So that's Wale. I'm going to draw the curtains here, okay? We were supposed to probably have a 2-hour show, and now we have 5 minutes left. So, sorry if I didn't pick up. Oh, that's... I'm so sorry if I can, if you are not able to get in anymore tonight. So, here is where we're going to draw the curtain. No this and no peace. Yorubas will always fight back. My worry, my greatest worry, all this while, is about to come to pass. And I'm still pretty much worried. You know why? Because I know that we have the capacity to fight back. Seyi Makinde went to Igangan today. Oh, yeah, he went to Igangan yesterday. And Seyi Makinde promised them that it will never happen again. Meanwhile, on the other hand, the governor came up again to beg the federal government to give them the approval so that they can buy AK-47 for Amotekun. Seyi Makinde is still being politically correct. He doesn't need the permission of the Fulani terrorists to buy AK-47 for the Amotekun in Oyo State. With what happened in Igangan, it doesn't need anybody's approval. It needs, whether they want to smuggle it in or anything, they should bring it in under the banner, the legitimacy of Seyi Makinde himself. People voted for you, Abi. You are a governor. Go for it. Buhari won't let you. I heard that Amotekun are not allowed to carry gun anymore. They are now using Kondo. How can you use Kondo to fight AK-47 wielding terrorists in the forest? Of course, we are following. And we know that those who are trying to be politically correct with the killings in Yoruba land, just same way, some Igbo criminal leaders have been so quiet about the killings, the ongoing ethnic cleansing in Imo State, in eastern Nigeria by the repentant terrorists in Nigerian army, who are broadcasting everywhere, telling people that we are coming for a revenge. We will revenge, we will revenge, we will kill all of you. We will kill all of you. How do you think people live and go to bed at night in the eastern Nigeria? My greatest worry, my worst concern is about to happen. Yes, they have attacked the community in Ogun State. That's not far from my place. That is just about 15 minutes drive from where I grew up, Odo Bolu. Now, if you now see me worried, I know that people can stand up and fight. They can push back. It doesn't matter whether they have AK-47 or they don't have AK-47. They know they will be killed, but they will fight back and they will get those who are coming to attack them. But my worst fear is the fact that the Nigeria government will send repentant terrorists in army uniform to Yoruba land, to Sagamu, to Lagos, to Ibadan, to Ogun State, to everywhere, to Ondo, to Akure, to Ekiti. All of you are going to live to witness this if we don't stop Nigeria now. My worst fear of what they are doing to the young people in Imo, in Orlu, in Owerri, what they are doing to them in Obigbo, what they are doing to them all across the eastern Nigeria, right? My worst fear is that they are about to start doing that same thing in Yoruba land. The last time, the people who resisted the invasion of their farms by the Fulani terrorists, those who resisted them, the soldiers returned. They beat them blue-black. They whipped them with the soldiers' whip for daring to reject Fulani from grazing on their cows. When the Fulanis came back, those people became refugees in Pobe, in Benin Republic, as you are watching this video. The people of Igangan, the people of the people of Igongon in Oyo State, the people of Iraye in Sagamu in Ogun State, those areas where, well, we've seen that of Igongon, the people of Iraye pushed back, killed some of the terrorists, arrested some, police released them in another 2-3 months. And then what will happen? You will get to see the terrorists come back. And from the report we have already, which I'm going to work more on, we heard about you see, listen to this before I go, because I'm going to talk more about it next time, okay? There is already, before the attack today, there is already a report that just about a week ago in Sagamu, the Akarigbo of Remo, who is the paramount ruler of Remo land, right? And some of the chiefs, they received an intel in Sagamu that there are some delivery of military fatigue, military uniform, as well as other ammunitions being sent in. But the military uniform is so much that everybody will think there is going to be another military base or a military training ground in Sagamu. When they confiscated that, they traced it, they found the people who actually took that in Sagamu. And they found that those who ordered them, right? But guess what? They buried the story. That's why I said I'm working on it. When I have my full detail on it. Maybe now that I've told them that we have heard about the discovered military uniform in the Sagamu, which the Akarigbo Sagamu is aware of. And I want to believe that the Ogun State government is aware of this. The invasion of Ogun State, invasion of Lagos State with fake military uniform. And they are coming already with the guns that they are going to use to attack all these places, okay? So my worst fear is just what is about to happen. Not the Fulani terrorists, but the terrorists in uniform that are going to use the military uniform to massacre our people. And we'll see them hunt our people from their sleep, from their rooms, from their homes and everywhere. Our children will be hunted down in their schools. They will be slaughtered. Schools, homes, everywhere will be destroyed. Just like the Fulani terrorists are burning down villages, burning down homes, burning down shops, burning down businesses and kidnapping people, raping women and killing those they can kill, the soldiers do the same. If you see what they have done in Orlu, you see what they have done in Owerri, you see what they have done in Aba, if you see what they have done in Obigbo and so many other places where they have been hunting down the Biafrans, you will realize that we are not far from this because they are doing the killings in the name of Nigeria. They will do the same to us in Yoruba land. They have put a target behind Sunday Igboho. They put a target behind everyone who is standing up, saying everything to stop the Fulani terrorists. Please, don't join those who are going to shoot that target. Rather, let's shield them. And like I said, what is coming is so big and bigger than what has happened so far. And Boko Haram want to hide it from the world. This is not time for story. This is not time for chat. This is not time for meeting. The only meeting that should be taking place right now is when the Southern Nigeria comes together in their own demand and tell them we will no longer be part of Nigeria. The process of breaking up of Nigeria comes with the autonomy. Let's educate the people to know why and how Nigeria can break up. Nigeria should break up because the Nigerians, those who called Nigeria, we are called Nigerian today, those that are called Nigerians today, they don't have anything in common other than the poverty, terrorism, corruption, impunity, and so on and so forth, right? These are what you have in common as Nigerians. Apart from that, everything about you and Nigeria is in absolute contrast with one another. You have tried, your forefathers have tried, your forebearers have tried, your fathers tried, the fathers before them tried. You have been trying on your own to make Nigeria work. You can't make it work because oil and water will never mix. Now, to help the people, that is why we have to let people know that in order to protect your land, you can't be under a government or a country that is controlled by terrorists who send those killers to you in the first place. Those who are part of the problem can never be part of the solution. Grouping together now is to save lives. Breaking up Nigeria is to save lives, right? And I hope this work well for you. Thank you so much to every one of you, my friends who tuned in tonight. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. If you have the time, join me. And like I said, I don't rely on Facebook anyway. We are doing so well on YouTube. We can keep it up. We can make it better. Just subscribe. If you enjoy yourself on the program today, remember, if you haven't really clicked, click that thumb up under this video, please do. It also helps to show that you are part of this tonight. So for those of you who are still watching, thank you for your time. I'm going to see you again some other time. Until then, please stay safe and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ súnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé.